If you have health insurance, you might be able to see a personal dietitian for $0 out of pocket. Nourish connects you with a dietitian that fits your needs, covered by your insurance. Nourish accepts hundreds of insurance plans, and 94% of patients pay $0 out of pocket. Meet with your dietitian online and message them anytime through the Nourish app. With hundreds of 5-star reviews from real patients, you know you're in good hands. Find your dietitian at usenourish.com. That's usenourish.com.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Ready to explore Europe the striped way? Then fly with Condor Airlines. With nonstop flights to Frankfurt, Germany, there are great connection options to several cities. Whether it's the romantic streets of Paris or the stunning beaches of Barcelona, Condor will start your vacation by offering comfortable and spacious cabins. Fly the striped way. Visit condor.com today.
All right, places, please. The Daly Migs Show is on deck. Guitars plugged in. Drums ready to go. Chickens.
They're clucking.
Other animals. And action. This is the Daly Migs Show on The Rock with Taryn Daly and Steve Migs.
While listening to the Daly Migs Show, please refrain from any unnecessary finger gesturing.
99.9 KISW.
Good morning, Rockaholics, and happy Tuesday. Steve Migs, the last couple days, you know what I've seen as I've been driving home from Seattle is the crew taking down all of the Christmas lights off of the trees that were lit up at Tulalip Resort.
I wish you could
Casino.
I wish you knew the exact date they started taking them down, and how long does it take for them to take it down?
So I know they started putting them up on October 1st.
Okay.
And I think they light them up like right after Thanksgiving, so it must be, I don't know if it takes them 2 full months to set it up, but it's got to be close to that to take it down.
No, I feel like it's always quicker to get the lights down. Well, maybe they're not the same as me, which is very like I just grab them all, chuck them into a container, and then say I'll worry about it next year.
Yes.
And then next year happens. I'm like, who the F put these in the container this way? I'm like, oh yeah, it was past version of me.
Yes.
Who's effing over future version
Exactly.
of me. So they're probably a little bit more organized.
And I just felt so bad because they're out there in the cold. It's like been snowing and icy and all that. So shout out to the crews that are out there taking down the lights.
Just leave it up all year.
I think so.
Yeah.
I'm very happy every time I see those. It brings immense joy to my life. So
like my neighbor's got one of those like the year-round lights, and right now it's a different color. It's not Christmas lights, so they could probably get different lights.
We have neighbors that just lit up Valentine's lights in the same manner, Steve, and I love that.
Yeah, like Halloween season, it's Rudolph the Orange-Nosed Reindeer.
Yes.
Why not?
We need to start like campaigning for people to just do year-round lights.
You can do that. I'm going to probably pass on being a part of that big campaign.
Well, can I ask if you would be willing to inform the Rockaholics with me? Let's do it.
Knowledge is power. So give us 5-ish minutes and we'll give you, some interesting stuff you can talk about at work. This is the Daly Migs Download.
AKA the DMD.
Here's your daily dose of doings happening in the world.
And the DMD is brought to you by SeattleBoatShow.com. And today's a day to thank your mail carrier. It's National Thank a Mail Carrier Day. It's also International Eggplant Day. I don't know if there's any kind of connection between the two, but apparently Sarah does.
Oh,
think that.
boy.
Yes. So enjoy it and do what you will with that information. Let's talk about the Mariners, because nobody's talking about the Mariners. I don't even think the Mariners are talking about the Mariners during the offseason, but they did sign Jorge Polanco to a one-year deal for $7.75 million. He's 31. He had a bunch of injuries. He did not play very well last season with a .213 batting average, so they're like, okay, great. But he did, I guess, have this lingering knee issue for the last couple of years that has affected, at least that's what he's saying, and I believe him. He got knee surgery during the offseason. He's 100%, so people are a little bit excited about that. But I don't know. Speaking of 100%, Jerry DiPoto says we're 100% locked in when it comes to this team. They're not making any big acquisitions. I mean, spring training's just right around the corner, and this is pretty much, minus maybe a couple of people they pick up, this is going to be the team that we're going into the season with.
Yay!
I don't know.
Is this our year?
I mean, Jerry DiPoto says, yeah, we got the new manager, Dan Wilson, new hitting coach with Edgar Martinez. They had a strong finish at the end of the year, going 21-13. They improved their offensive metrics as well. So, yeah, this is the year we go to the World Series.
Oh, boy.
I mean, watch the Dodgers play and whoever else is in there. But, yeah, there you go. So, good luck, Mariners.
The Los Angeles Rams are planning to trade one of their standout players, wide receiver Cooper Kupp from Yakima, graduate of Eastern Washington University. Go Eagles. He says he wants to remain with the team, and he brought this up on social media, saying that the team has kind of made this decision that they'd like to, see about trading him. He's only 31 years old, veteran wide receiver.
That's old in football years.
I mean, I guess you're right. In football years, he's an ancient player. But he was a star in the 2021 Super Bowl victory. He was Super Bowl MVP. I don't know what's next for him, but I'm just kind of bummed. If he's bummed, then I'm bummed for him because he's a local guy, and I want what's best for him.
Did you see his tweet? It was kind of like insert sad violin. He's like, I want to stay with these guys. I thought I was going to be here forever, and they don't want me anymore. But I think the reason why they don't want him is he's a massive cap hit. He's because some people are like, oh, come to the Seahawks, come home, and I'm like, we're already trying to nickel and dime and figure things out. That's the last person you want to bring into this thing.
We have a budget.
Right. Bellevue police are searching for 2 missing donkeys.
I swear I did not steal these donkeys, you guys. I promise.
Their names are Juan and Julio. So there you go.
Cute,
so if you happen to notice Juan and Julio, the donkeys, let the authorities know. In unrelated news, Jelly Roll and his wife just gained a new member, Nova Spell, a donkey, who's now keeping their first donkey, who's named Donkey Company.
I want to be donkey people, but I promise I did not steal the trailer with the donkeys in it.
Hey, as far as weather, hitting a high of 38 degrees, going to be cloudy today. The DMD is brought to you by Snoqualmie Casino, and that's what's up.
The Super Bowl is coming up this weekend, and in the past, there have been scandals around the big Super Bowl weekend.
Everybody goes to wherever the event's happening, and not only are random people involved in scandals, but also sometimes the players that are playing the game get involved in scandals.
And Migs, you want to put us all to the test on how we remember them?
Yes. How well do you guys remember some iconic scandals that have happened over the years?
We're going to play this game at 6:20.
The Daily Migs Show. The Daily Migs Show.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith. Slow drain being a pain? Call Pinky. That pipe's being a little leaky? Call Pinky. When the toilet won't flush and you're in a rush? Call Pinky. When your shower lost all its spray power? Call Pinky. When your sink's on the blink? Call Pinky. Pinky's Plumbing promises to lick all your plumbing problems quick. So when your plumbing backs up and things get stinky, call Pinky's. Pinky'sPlumbing.com.
Plumbing backs up and things get stinky. Call Pinky's.
Wow.
What's up?
I just bought and financed a car through Carvana in minutes.
You? The person who agonized 4 weeks over whether to paint your walls eggshell or off-white bought and financed a car in minutes?
They made it easy. Transparent terms, customizable down and monthly. Didn't even have to do any paperwork.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Hey, have you checked out that spreadsheet I sent you for our dinner options?
Finance your car with Carvana and experience total control. Financing subject to credit approval.
Plug in a Hyundai EV and the extraordinary happens. From the charge time and range in the Ioniq 5 and 6 to the adventurous spirit of the Kona Electric to the 601 horsepower Ioniq 5N. Hyundai EVs make the extraordinary electrifying. There's joy in every journey.
EPA estimated 303-mile driving range for 2024 Ioniq 5 SE SEL limited rear-wheel drive and 361-mile driving range for 2024 Ioniq 6 SE long-range rear-wheel drive with fully charged battery. Actual range may vary. Visit HyundaiUSA.com or call 562-314-4603 for more details.
The Super Bowl is coming up real fast this weekend. Chiefs versus Eagles. And some crazy stuff always happens around the Super Bowl, Steve.
Absolutely.
But we're not just talking about on the field, are we?
Off the field, on the field. So I've come across some of the crazy Super Bowl scandals, and I figured I'd do a little Super Bowl scandal showdown between the three of you.
Oh, God.
Little Steve Aoki remix for the Super Bowl. Because it's in Vegas.
Nice.
All right, I come across some insane Super Bowl incidents, and you have to guess whether or not they really happened or I'm just making them up. So I'll go around the room. I'm going to start off with you, Taryn.
All right.
This one is titled The Streaker. Happened back in 2004 for Super Bowl 38. during the infamous wardrobe malfunction game that happened between the Patriots and the Panthers, remember, with Janet Jackson.
Yes.
But there was a British streaker by the name of Mark. He stormed the field wearing nothing but a referee uniform, which, of course, he removed. He managed to dance around midfield before security tackled him. Did it happen?
You know what? There was already a lot of craziness going on that day, so I'll say yes, it actually happened.
You are right.
Woo!
Here's the funny part. He actually bet on himself, literally. He placed a massive wager on himself with one of those prop bets, like whether or not there would be a streaker, and him and his buddy walked away with thousands of dollars.
Now I remember this.
That's brilliant.
That is so brilliant.
All right, let's move on over to Danny. Danny, this one happened in 1989. It's called the fake bomb scare. Super Bowl 23. A man in Miami tried to bring a fake bomb into Joe Robbie Stadium right before the 49ers game against the Bengals. He was arrested at the gate when security realized that his device was nothing but wire stuffed into a shoebox. Did it happen?
I'm going to go, no, it didn't happen.
Danny, you are wrong. It did happen.
Oh, man.
Here's the best part. When they asked him, well, why are you doing this? He goes, it was just a joke.
Yeah.
Joke's on you. You did not make it into the game.
Nobody's laughing anymore.
All right, let's move on over to our friend Sarah over here, sharing some of the more crazy Super Bowl scandals that have happened over the years.
Let's go.
This one happened Super Bowl 48. Unfortunately, that was the one where the Hawks lost to the Patriots back in 2015. And it's called Not Yo Tacos. Not Yo Nachos, Tom. During the game, Tom Brady was fined by the NFL after scoring a touchdown, grabbing a nacho from a fan in the end zone, and eating it. Did it happen?
Yes.
You are wrong.
Oh, it sounds like a Tom Brady thing, doesn't it?
He is a douche.
Yeah, he was a little hungry.
Or he's a fan of nachos.
I'm a fan of nachos. I think more people should eat nachos while they're playing.
All right, Taryn, let's move on over to you.
Yeah.
This one's called The Safety Hooker. Back in 1999, Super Bowl 33, the Broncos beat the Falcons, but on the night before the Super Bowl, Falcons safety Eugene Robinson was arrested for soliciting an undercover cop posing as a hooker. Oh, no. Did it happen?
This happened.
It absolutely did.
Yeah.
Here's the best part of that story. Hours before his arrest, again, he was soliciting a hooker. He was awarded the Bart Starr Award for High Moral Character.
Wow.
And then he even got burned during a big John Elway pass, which helped the Broncos secure. It was a rough weekend. Oof. I mean, started off good. He got an award for High Moral Character.
Also, he's an NFL player. Why is he hiring a hooker? He could probably just get a regular chick.
Sometimes he just wants no questions asked, I guess. I don't know. I've never gotten inside the mind of a pro football player that needs a hooker.
Well, back in my single days, there would have been no questions asked. You're a pro football player. Come on.
All right, Danny, let's do one for you.
Let's go.
This one's called the Lombardi Trophy Heist. Happened back in 2013 at Super Bowl 47 during the Ravens 49ers Super Bowl, which the Ravens won. A drunken fan tried to steal the actual Lombardi trophy. Did it happen?
Yes, it did.
You are correct.
Yeah.
Woo!
Dude dressed as a stadium worker. He snuck into the trophy display area right there. He's like, this is my opportunity. And he grabbed the trophy and tried to run off with it. Thankfully, there were other security guards there and they tackled him. And they're like, well, why'd you want to do that? He says, I wanted to get a selfie with it. Well done. So they just get the selfie. Don't take it.
Well, also just let this guy have the selfie. Then arrest him.
All right, let's do one more. But first, dance breakdown. Vegas is screwed. People are just going to be partying so hard.
Isn't it in New Orleans?
It's in New Orleans.
Which is also they're going to be partying so hard.
You said that earlier, and I was like,
you know what it was? I think they switched. It was originally. Never mind.
They were in Vegas last year.
That's why.
There you
it
go.
was supposed to be in New Orleans last year, but because of Mardi Gras, they switched it to Vegas, and this year it's in New Orleans. We'll edit all that out. It'll all make sense later. All right, one more. This one's called the Super Slumber Party.
Oh.
Super Bowl 51 in 2017. After blowing that 28-3 lead, Falcons quarterback Matt Ryan refused to leave the stadium and ended up sleeping there due to his disappointment. Years later, Matt's teammate running back Devonta Freeman joked about it and said that was the dorkiest thing he's ever seen a teammate do after a loss. Did this happen?
I hope not. That's really sad. I'm saying no.
You are correct.
Oh, okay, good. Can you imagine him all alone in a stadium that he just lost in?
I bet there are players that refuse to take their gear off for a while until they finally have to come to terms with the fact that the season is over.
Oh. Yeah.
Well, hopefully we don't get any crazy stories like this, or hopefully we do.
I hope we do.
And let's go Eagles.
Yes.
No.
Yesterday, we got a new addition to my home. And my husband still doesn't know about it, you guys. Remember, he's freshly back from Mexico. He doesn't know what's going on. I'm going to tell you what is going on after Smashing Pumpkins.
The Daily Migs Show.
I am so excited, Steve. We added something to the household, to the farm. And that is not a sound
That's
bite.
not a sound effect. That's legitimately your new addition.
Yes.
That's not Brad.
Nope.
That's not Barrett.
Nope.
You have a new rooster.
Yes.
I don't know how you do that. I remember when I went to Hawaii and I didn't realize how many roosters are in Hawaii just like roaming around. And like every morning it was just like a choir of these.
It should be the state bird of Hawaii, honestly.
Yeah. Just running crazy.
But his name is Tacky. He's a very nice boy, and I was chatting with Barrett about him yesterday. Hey, Barrett, so I know you had some friends come over yesterday, and what did their mom bring to our house?
A rooster.
A what?
A rooster.
Yeah, usually when Sid's friends come over to our house, they don't even bring like alcohol, food. They definitely don't bring roosters.
And what's his name? Do you remember?
No.
His name is Tacky.
Tacky.
Are you guys keeping the name?
I mean, for now, sure. Usually we name them after comedians.
Right.
So we might have to like solicit for some, thoughts on that.
I remember, but how old is the rooster?
He's still young. He's like under a year old.
Okay. I was going to say, if he's been around for a while, I think you got to just let him have the name.
Let him have his name.
Yeah.
Tacky. And so he's in the coop with the hens now, with all the girls. And who does not know about the rooster?
Dad.
He might know now because we share listeners. He does a radio show up in Bellingham, and sometimes we'll get like texts from listeners that are like, "Hey, I let Brad know about blah blah blah," or Brad said this about Taryn.
Don't be diming me out. Dad does not know. Should we keep it a secret for as long as we can?
Yeah.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
I feel like you're making him do that against his will.
He is the worst secret keeper.
So is Tatum. Tatum will even set it up like, hey, let's keep a secret from mom. And it's never anything crazy. It's just like, she put one of her toys in a different spot and she's like, let's not tell mom about it. I'm like, all right, yeah, let's have a little father-daughter, little secret amongst us. Like, this is cool. Like, we're bonding. The minute mom gets home, she's like, Mom, I put my Paw Patrol toys in a different drawer. Like,
didn't we talk about this?
It's like, now I look like the bad guy.
Do you think he's going to be happy or mad?
Happy.
You think Dad?
Okay, well, first of all, I think that Barrett does not know his father very well.
No, he does not.
Because I don't think Brad's going to be happy at all.
He's a mama's boy. You think Dad's going to be happy about the rooster?
Yeah, what if he sees it and he thinks it's beautiful?
Oh, I think that is a good possibility. I think he'll think it's beautiful. I think he's a very beautiful rooster.
But when he came out, he was coming out funny.
He was coming out funny. Oh, that's right. He came out butt first.
What? Brad came out butt first?
They brought the rooster over in like a little cat carrier.
Uh-huh.
And he was coming out. He like wouldn't get out of the crate because his butt was at the door. So it was quite an experience trying to get him out of the cat crate.
You can get kicked out of country music shows if you come out of a place like that.
Didn't he?
Yeah, it was really funny.
He came out of the crate butt first.
And I saw poop in the crate.
Oh, he probably got a little scared and pooped in there. You got a cough? Okay. Update, he has the flu, so that's good.
That's why I was like, is Jason Voorhees watching you guys? There's like some heavy breathing going on.
Yeah, right. Feel better soon, buddy.
And Mom?
And what?
Should I use this to snowplow?
Yes, you should use that to snowplow, definitely. We do not have enough snowplows in this state. The roads could really use your help.
No, for the deck.
Oh, for our house. Okay, I thought you were going to go join the crew.
Yeah, what crazy kind of conversation is this? What was he using?
It was like
the rooster.
That's what I was like. Is it the rooster?
A John Deere like bulldozer that he was going to repurpose as a snowplow. Very helpful. The Department of Transportation crew.
Why would I do that?
You know they have a whole crew. Why would I do that, idiot?
That is a kid that already understands what life is like. Why would I do extra work, buddy?
Why would I do that?
You know they have a whole crew of snowplowers?
Well, why would I even do that?
Because you're a really hard worker.
And I would not do that.
I'm always asking him, what do you want to be when you grow up? Now I know it's not a snowplower.
I believe it's self-employed.
Whatever he says goes.
Why would I do that?
But can I tell you, I already figured out the rooster has a favorite hen. And they were sleeping next to each other last night.
I told you, Sarah.
I went out last night. I was like, I told Brad, I'm just going to go out and tuck the chickens in because he doesn't know there's a rooster in there.
So when are you planning on telling him if he hasn't already been informed by our listeners?
Probably today.
Yeah.
I feel like today's the day.
Do you think, place our bets, before 10 a.m., we might get a message from Brad being like, what's the story about this rooster that I'm hearing about?
Oh, no. He's going to be so happy,
I bet by 7:15 there'll be a text. What do you guys think?
I think our listeners have my back and they would not dime me out like this.
Oh, they're definitely going to dime you out.
I think it's too late. They already did.
Yeah, they already did. He's trying to text you right now, but he just can't get through.
So my money's 7:15.
Well, then I'll send him a picture so he can see how beautiful Tacky is. Rockaholics, how would you like to beat Steve? He has a current record of 33 wins, 20 losses, and 5 ties in 2025. 206-803-ROCK. We will play Beat Migs at 6:50.
The Daily Migs Show.
With Fidelity Wealth Management, a dedicated advisor gets to know you and your goals to build a comprehensive plan to help grow and protect your wealth. Backed by a team of specialists, they'll analyze all your accounts, even the ones they don't manage, to keep an eye on taxes and provide proactive portfolio insights that can help you unlock your wealth's full potential. Learn more at fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC. Member NYSE SIPC.
Hiring is a lonely business. Posting jobs, sifting through resumes, interviews with unqualified applicants, being ghosted. What if you could link with dozens of qualified candidates who are ready to work right now with just one connection? That's Express Employment Professionals. Find us at expresspros.com. One connection, the workforce you need. Problem solved. Express Employment Professionals. expresspros.com.
So I used Gemini for the first time the other day, and the most impressive thing to me was just talking to it. You go live with it, and then it's just like you're having a conversation. You can just talk about your day or have it explain something to you or start brainstorming ideas. Let me give you an example. I pretended I have a job interview coming up and asked it to help me prep for the interview. It immediately started suggesting common questions I might get asked. Then I started talking through my answers out loud, and it would give me feedback. And it's all happening in real time, like I'm talking to a career coach or something. That's just what I tried first, but you can talk to it about anything. And I honestly think that's the magic of it, how you can just have this back and forth, and it's all seamless. If you haven't tried it yet, it's definitely worth checking out. You'll see what I mean.
The brand new Grand Casino and Shoreline is now open. Step into the action with Vegas-style table games like Baccarat, Heads Up Hold'em Poker, Pai Gow, Blackjack, and High Card Flush. Feeling hungry? Feast on delicious Chinese, Vietnamese, and continental dishes, plus breakfast favorites. Dine in or take out. And don't miss daily happy hours from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. and 10 p.m. to midnight. Grand Casino and Shoreline off Aurora. Open daily from 9 a.m. to 4 a.m. Visit GrandCasinoGaming.com. Welcome to the Grand Experience.
I'm not exactly a tech genius, but I knew one thing for sure. If I wanted my small business to crush it, I needed a website that worked like a pro. And I needed it yesterday. Lucky for me, Bluehost made it ridiculously easy. With their AI design tools, building my website was a walk in the park. I could customize, optimize, and monetize everything exactly how I wanted. In just a few minutes, I had a secure site up and running. I couldn't believe how straightforward it was. And getting found online? Bluehost helped me with that too. I perfected my keywords and meta descriptions with their search engine tools. The AI even gave me suggestions to improve my pages. Now I can sit back, relax, and focus on my customers while my website continues to rank higher and higher on Google. With their 30-day money-back guarantee, I wasn't worried about taking the plunge. And now I am so glad I did. Head over to Bluehost.com and build something special today.
If you have health insurance, you might be able to see a personal dietitian for $0 out of pocket. Nourish connects you with a dietitian that fits your needs, covered by your insurance. Nourish accepts hundreds of insurance plans, and 94% of patients pay $0 out of pocket. Meet with your dietitian online and message them anytime through the Nourish app. With hundreds of 5-star reviews from real patients, you know you're in good hands. Find your dietitian at usenourish.com. That's usenourish.com.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. What if comparing car insurance rates was as easy as putting on your favorite podcast? With Progressive, it is. Just visit the Progressive website to quote with all the coverages you want. You'll see Progressive's direct rate, then their tool will provide options from other companies so you can compare. All you need to do is choose the rate and coverage you like. Quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Comparison rates not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
Ready to explore Europe the striped way? Then fly with Condor Airlines. With nonstop flights to Frankfurt, Germany, there are great connection options to several cities. Whether it's the romantic streets of Paris or the stunning beaches of Barcelona, Condor will start your vacation by offering comfortable and spacious cabins. Fly the striped way. Visit condor.com today.
The Daily Migs Show presents the most popular radio game on this side of the speaker. Let's play Beat Migs. Beat Migs, don't be a loser. Whoa! Beat Migs, you're a loser.
Who's ready to beat Migs? I know Noah from Tacoma is. Noah, are you there?
Yeah, and I'm ready.
That's what I like to hear. I'm Sarah, your host, and it's time for you to get out of here, Steve.
Bye-bye.
For those playing at home, Noah has 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. You can pass all you want, but you only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'll do it.
What fruit is made up of 92% water?
Watermelon.
Correct. What coffee chain released Valentine's Day themed drinks?
Pass.
What injury is caused by freezing of the skin and underlying tissues?
Hypothermia.
No.
Frostbite.
Correct. According to Google, what is the most popular rodent to have as a pet?
Squirrel.
No.
Oh, guinea pig.
No.
Hamster.
Yes. Jerry Rice won 3 Super Bowl titles with what team?
49ers.
Correct. What sauce consists of mayo, pickles, and lemon juice?
Chick-fil-A sauce.
No.
Ketchup.
No.
Barbecue sauce.
No. When it comes to computers, what does USB stand for?
Pass.
Who played Phil in the 90s comedy Groundhog Day?
Pass.
What city is considered the fashion capital of the USA?
L.A.
No. Noah, you got 4 correct.
Ooh.
Also, I just love that you guessed squirrel for popular rodent as a pet.
Let's go.
I feel like, Taryn, if you could, you would.
I would. I would be like Cinderella.
They are pretty cute.
They are.
All right, Steve, are you ready? Yes! What fruit is made up of 92% water?
Celery?
No.
Oh, yeah, fruit. Watermelon.
There we go. What coffee chain released Valentine's Day themed drinks?
Bigfoot Java.
No.
It's got to be Starbucks.
Of course
I feel like every coffee place I could say, though, has a Valentine's
What injury is caused by freezing of the skin and underlying tissues?
Cryogenics?
No.
What was the question again?
What injury is caused by freezing of the skin and underlying
hypothermia.
tissues? No.
Frostbite.
There we go. According to Google, what is the most popular rodent to have as a pet?
Gerbil.
No.
Ferret?
No.
Rodent. A mouse.
No.
Hamster.
There we go. Jerry Rice won 3 Super Bowl titles with what team?
49ers.
Correct. What sauce consists of mayo, pickles, and lemon juice?
Tartar.
Yeah. When it comes to computers, what does USB stand for?
What was that?
When it comes to computers, what does USB stand for?
Universal Service Port Box.
No. Like, where did the P come from? Wow. Steve, you got 5 correct.
Aye.
And I hate to say it, but it's a win.
Let's go.
5-4. Noah, that was close, though.
Yeah.
Oh.
Next time, Noah.
If only he had
He would be good at post-game interviews if he was a football player.
No.
How'd that game go? Yeah.
Yeah, not great. Mm-hmm. He should have just guessed Starbucks for coffee chain, but he didn't. You eventually got hamster, which he eventually got, but at first he said squirrel, which just thinking of squirrel as a little pet would be so precious.
It would be awesome.
And when it comes to computers, what does USB stand for? Universal Serial Bus.
Bus.
That's the first part, right?
Yeah. And the two you didn't get to, who played Phil the 90 comedy Groundhog Day?
That'd be Bill Murray.
Sure would. And Noah did not know that. He passed immediately. And what city is considered fashion capital of the USA?
That would be Puyallup, Washington.
Yeah, look at you. You're looking great.
Thank you.
New York, but close. You still won, so congrats.
A well-known TV personality is going viral for dealing with something that led to him saying this.
Folks, I'm going to take a break. I am getting very, very sick very, very quickly on this set.
We're going to tell you all about that after Scorpions.
The Daily Migs Show.
Poor Colin Cowherd had to very abruptly end a segment during his show, which is called The Herd on FS1. And he said that he was about to be sick live on TV. This is what it sounded like.
Number 3 is the Lakers are aspirational franchise with statues everywhere in the building. And the bottom line here is I think we're going to get a more dedicated Luka. Folks, I'm going to take a break. I am getting very, very sick very, very quickly on this set, and we will return.
He's probably sick because, like everybody, they're just blown away that this guy was traded to the Lakers. He's just sick to his stomach.
Well, they had this guy, Jason McIntyre, step in after they went to commercial break and he didn't come back. And that was pretty wild. But they were able to assure the listeners that he was going to be okay. Like he was a little bit under the weather. It sounds like maybe something that he ate.
Oh, man. Imagine if he actually ended up getting sick on TV. I mean, that would go viral.
Oh, absolutely.
Him
That'd
being
be
viral.
horrible.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Well, you had an interesting question you were asking when we were talking about this during the commercial break.
I was just wondering, did they always have somebody just sitting there kind of idling, waiting for something like this to happen? Did this guy know today was going to be, or that day was going to be his big day, getting called up to the big leagues?
Or did that guy feed him the food that Colin ate that made him sick?
Oh, and
I watch Showgirls. I know how people are in the entertainment business.
This is how we start a conspiracy theory.
Yes. Let's go. Let's go with it. Let's put it out there on the social medias.
I love it.
Well, I mean, Colin's a local guy, too.
He talks about local things all the time.
Yeah.
We've heard him reference Linwood many, many times.
Now, this is how my brain works. When that all happened, I was like, I wonder if anybody's ever hurled on TV as a reporter. So, of course, I go on YouTube.
Oh, no.
Spoiler, I did not find anybody doing that. Nor I don't know if I want to play that because it's a little gnarly. But I was just like, you get that curiosity. Like, it's had to have happened. And that, I'm sure it has. I didn't come across any videos of people just stopping down to get sick. But I did come across some pretty crazy moments during TV news reports where they had to cut away from somebody because something was going on with them. Like this woman in Canada who got sick while she was doing a field report, and eventually the anchor's yeah, let's pull away because they don't know if maybe she suffered a stroke or she was just. But the audio is just crazy.
So for them, this is about 1,000 days too late. Now, Nariman, I looking at after the day, families are pushing the feds to. Sorry, Airman. I'm not feeling very well right now, and I'm about to.
Okay, well, come back to me. Right?
Thanks for that latest. Finally, okay, but what?
That is horrific.
And how about she's still doing the report?
Holy cow.
That's impressive.
That's very impressive.
Yeah, I know that one person even commented saying, well, at least you have a video that you can show to somebody if it is some kind of a brain thing so they can kind of at least witness what it was like when it was first hitting you. I was like, I never even thought about something like that.
That's a solid point.
If there was a silver lining, at least you do have video proof of that. Now, on a more lighthearted side, did come across another reporter. It was like a group of people, kind of it's global news, I think, but it's kind of one of those round table discussions, and they were doing a lighthearted thing about holiday treats and holiday meals, and one of the ladies made an artichoke dip for her coworkers to try, and let's just say it didn't go very well. See if it plays.
So it's artichoke dip.
Too much. Is it edible?
At first, I'm like, well, it's not that bad, but the vinegar.
But there's no vinegar in there.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so it's got.
I'm not trying to be rude here.
It's okay.
He's not trying to be rude, but he's got a napkin. He's just got his whole mouth, and he's just making it look like he's not hurling, but he's making the sounds.
It's okay. I agree with you. I totally agree with you.
Oh.
Well, okay, I didn't have a lemon. So I just cut up an orange and put that in there. And then I didn't know what spices to put in, so I put celery, salt, and oregano in it.
See, this is where
And I
the
did-
little bits of chemistry play in, Leslie. Things didn't combine properly.
I like how he's giving her a science lesson.
I just like that she's just throwing random stuff together, hoping that it will taste like a recipe.
And then brought it in like, here's my famous artichoke dip.
God.
Yeah, I don't know how. So for those that don't know, it does tie in that we are doing a Super Sides showdown on, was it Thursday and Friday?
Thursday and Friday with the men's room.
We've all of us on the shows, and you can listen to yesterday's podcast if you want to hear, or was it Monday's podcast, right?
That was yesterday.
That was yesterday. This is a long week. This is already a very long week. And we're all making Super Bowl sides that we picked out of a hat to see who can make a better dish. But the problem is that none of us can use recipes.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like we might have a moment like this. I don't know if it's going to be during Sarah. Sarah got mac and cheese. How can you really mess that up?
Thank goodness I got mac and cheese. Could you imagine if I got like meatballs or something like meaty?
Oh.
Yeah, oh. I'd probably kill you guys.
You would?
Yeah, I can't really kill you guys with mac and cheese, hopefully.
We'll find out.
Check the expiration dates on everything that you do, please.
Oh, yeah, I should do that, shouldn't I?
Yeah.
Well, this might be the craziest story that anyone has ever come across, ever. There was a woman who ended up uncovering her husband's affair because everything in her house was turning green, including her cat. We're going to tell you all about this at 7:20.
The Daily Migs Show.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith. You know what's sneaky? A bunch of big corporations buying up local companies you know and love, gutting them, and keeping the name. But you know who's not a sellout? Pinky's Plumbing. That's right. Pinky's Plumbing's values start with their work ethic, honesty, how they treat their employees, and how they care for their customers. Bigger isn't always better, and that's a fact. You should know you're working with a locally owned company that truly values where they live and work. Pinky's Plumbing. Pinky'sPlumbing.com.
Hiring is a lonely business. Posting jobs, sifting through resumes, interviews with unqualified applicants, being ghosted. What if you could link with dozens of qualified candidates who are ready to work right now with just one connection? That's Express Employment Professionals. Find us at expresspros.com. One connection, the workforce you need. Problem solved. Express Employment Professionals. expresspros.com.
Working as a dedicated Fidelity advisor, I always ask, what's important to you? I'll look at those priorities and goals alongside your full financial picture to build a comprehensive plan designed to help grow and protect your wealth. With proactive portfolio insights and an eye on taxes, I'm here to help you make the most of your money. I'm Laura Maxwell, and I'm a dedicated Fidelity advisor. Learn more at fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC, member NYSE, SIPC.
A woman accidentally uncovered her husband's affair after noticing that things in her house, including her pet cat, were turning green.
Someone texted and said maybe the Grinch is living there.
He's a sneaky Grinch, that's for sure.
He's a mean one, too, I hear.
But of course, she had to go to the internet to post about it.
Well, that's how you find out everything now. You just go on the internet, you throw it out there. There are times where I'm on the internet and people ask some questions and people are like, just go to the doctor. Why are you asking us? We're just a group of like hockey players.
Well, of course, people came to her with their theories.
Okay.
And there was one person that suggested that the green could be coming from a brand new pair of Old Navy jeans because they stain everything, apparently.
I don't think I've ever owned Old Navy. I've a lot of stuff that I've gotten from Old Navy, like T-shirts and like sweaters and things like that, but I don't think I own any of their jeans.
I don't think I've ever worn Old Navy jeans either, so I cannot speak to this, Steve, but apparently they stain everything if they have not been washed yet.
Okay. And so they're speculating that he's having an affair?
Yeah.
Because he's with somebody who's wearing Old Navy jeans?
Yes.
That's oddly specific.
And originally she thought, she just kind of didn't think that was going to be the real theory, but then she did some digging and found out that he was, in fact, chatting with somebody. There were photos and text messages and all sorts of stuff.
I did see she put like an update saying, turns out it was something to do with the Old Navy jeans. I shared that whole story, and then the original person who suggested, I was like, whoa, what the hell? That's crazy. I didn't think that really was the case. Like that, it was... I think maybe they were just kind of goofing around saying, hey, try another person wearing Old Navy jeans. And then she did some digging. I don't think she found anything about Old Navy jeans as far as like him purchasing stuff, but then saw...
She's wearing them.
She's wearing them, but also him having some inappropriate conversations.
Was she doing something inappropriate with the cat? Why was the cat green?
I'm very confused about that part,
Was the cat rolling around in her pants? What was happening?
She pulled the pants off. Yeah. The cat snuggled into the jeans.
made a little home in there.
This all seems so unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean, if anyone has any, personal experience with the green Old Navy jeans, I would love to hear about that because that's news to me.
I kind of want to get a pair of Old Navy jeans to see if that happens.
To test the theory.
But then, of course, that means everything in my house is going to turn green, and my wife is going to be very upset with me.
I've been to your house. You have very nice furniture. Don't do that to your wife.
Yeah. What, babe? I was just doing it for science.
Oh, no. So what do you think about the Rockaholics in this situation? Do you think we have some stories that people might have? 206-803-ROCK about how our Rockaholics may have busted someone for cheating, or how did you bust someone?
Now, can we up the ante?
Oh.
I mean, I definitely want to hear those stories, but can we up... have you ever walked in on somebody or been walked in on?
So not just bust them, but bust them in the act.
In the act. I'm just so fascinated by that because... we always have that conversation, like, what would you do if you walked in? But, thankfully, I've never had to worry about that. I've come close where I've almost thought I was walking on something, not with my wife. This is, in college. But, I always think, I'm like, how would I... you say you're going to do X, Y, and Z, but will you? And it'd be interesting to hear from Rockaholics that maybe have experienced that, and did they do what they thought they were going to do if they ever busted someone for cheating?
Yeah, bonus points if you caught them in the act.
Or been caught in the act.
For sure.
If you're willing to admit to that.
206-803-ROCK. We will take your calls after Red Hot Chili Peppers.
The Daily Migs Show.
How were you busted cheating? Or how did you bust someone else cheating on you? 206-803-ROCK. And if we have anyone listening who actually busted someone in the act, we want to hear that story too.
It looks like we ask and we shall receive, because not only do we have text, but we also have phone calls from people who have busted people in the act.
206-803-ROCK. Let's start with John in Olympia. Tell us who you walked in on.
Oh, it was my ex-wife. Her name was Jody. I won't say her last name, but...
Good, because we would dump it if you did.
Yeah. But anyway, I had walked in on her. I had just come home from a late night. I don't know what I was doing, but I was out all night doing something. Probably
were you doing other women?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm not that way. But I walked in the door, and this guy jumps out of her bed, starts pulling his pants up.
Oh!
Did you have any an inkling of suspicion? Did you ever have that vibe, like, oh, there could be something going on? I'm just so curious, like, when you walked in the door, did you get, like, a vibe or a feeling, too?
Oh, as soon as I walked in the door, it hit me, and I turned around. I was so emotional, I turned right around, walked right out. I walked over to the neighbors, who were good friends, and, I told them what I just witnessed, and then they had a chair sitting out on their lawn. I went out there, and I took a carpenter's knife, and I cut a tattoo of her name out of my arm.
What?
Was not expecting that part of the story. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
So, John, did you guys work things out?
I called in because I knew it was a story.
Wow. So, how have you been since? Like, I mean, I can't imagine you stay with that girl.
I've been great since. I mean, I've got a new wife. She's the love of my life, and she's everything that any of them weren't.
Any of them? So, you had multiple wives?
Oh, yeah.
How many?
Well, I'm on number 4.
Number 4?
Hey, you know what? Sometimes you got to make a few mistakes before you find the right one.
They always say fourth time is the charm.
That is exactly what they say.
We love you, John.
Thanks, John.
My goodness. Imagine walking in on that.
Oh, my gosh.
I wonder, I always say, I'm going to beat the guy up, blah, blah, blah. I feel like I might have that same reaction where it's like, you know what? Get the hell out. Both of you. I'm done.
And then go cut the tattoo off your arm?
That part I wasn't expecting.
I also hope he doesn't go get a new tattoo of the new wife.
Stay away from the tattoos, buddy. She's like, why don't you ever take your shirt off in front of me? It's going to be a minute. I got to save up until I'm ready to do that.
206-803-ROCK. Steve from Honolulu. Tell us the story about who you busted.
Hola. So I walked in on my best friend and one of my ex-wives. We were down in Arizona, and yes, a lot of alcohol was involved. And we'd been drinking, and I passed out, apparently, because I woke up in the living room all alone. And I said, well, where's my wife and my best friend?
Oh, boy.
And I wandered back into my bedroom, and there they are, both of them just butt-ass naked, passed out in the bed. And the story is that nothing happened.
Did you believe that story?
Well, I mean, we were hammered, so I can.
Yeah, but I've been hammered and never ended up naked with another woman. That's my.
Well, I can understand that nothing happened except they, got naked and got into bed. Something happened.
Right. Hey, really weird question, though. When you walked in and you saw both of them passed out, who do you wake up first?
Oh, I didn't wake either one of them up. I jumped out of there and ran to his house and told his wife.
Now, question, Steve. Are you still married to the woman?
I didn't tell Sarah.
Are you still married to the woman, and are you still friends with the friend?
Neither.
Yeah.
I've moved on from that woman and another one, but I did stay in contact with my friend, but it was never quite the same after that. And check this out. After that incident, we weren't married yet, so that kind of postponed our wedding for a couple months.
But then you still married her and divorced her. Are you remarried now, Steve?
No. Well, yes and no. I remarried since then and divorced again.
Wait, so how many wives total have you had?
Just three. Only three.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the other guy had 4, so you got plenty of time to work with.
206-803 Rock. Seth from Seattle. Who did you bust?
I busted. Hello, by the way.
What's up?
I busted my wife at the time and my best friend.
I've seen these thumbnails on certain websites, and I'm always like, I don't think this actually really does happen. But now you have 2 straight stories of people whose significant other, wife, girlfriend hooked up with their best friend.
Absolutely. That's exactly what happened. We kind of had an issue, though. We opened up Pandora's box a little bit with our friends and relationships. So we kind of opened up that box. If you know what that means?
Yes. Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Right. So we weren't really smart, but we had a rule, and the rule was not to go outside without sex. And there was 6 people involved, and out of the 3 couples, 2 were doing it behind the other's back, except for myself and one of my buddies' wife. We did not.
Isn't that crazy that you create this comfort zone, you create consent, and it's we're doing this kind of stuff where we can have more than one lover, yet still people are doing it behind, even though it wouldn't be frowned upon, but they're still finding a way to do it behind other people's backs.
It's so ridiculous. Never do it. It's the worst thing you could possibly do to your relationship.
Yeah, Danny, I'm not doing it. I told you.
I've never heard of anybody saying it works.
So. Now, Seth, out of curiosity, because we talked to a couple other people that had multiple wives, how many times have you been married?
So I'm married again, but this was only my second, and I've been married for quite some time. So
nice. If we keep taking calls, we'll find someone who's only been married once. Right on, Seth. You rock.
Oh, boy.
Somebody even said, I came home from work early and caught my wife and cousin making out on the living room floor. Nice. They're now married with 3 kids.
Whoa.
I got to imagine that you're not hanging out with them at the family get-togethers.
Oh, I want to go to that Christmas. Real bad. Ask some questions. Rockaholics, how do you like a shot at beating Steve? If you were listening to the cheat sheet yesterday, that could be very helpful because we gave out 3 of the correct answers during the men's room at 540. He currently has a record of 34 wins, 20 losses, and 5 ties in 2025. 206-803-ROCK is the number, and we will play Beat Migs at 750.
The Daly Migs Show.
Yeah, sure thing. Hey, you sold that car yet?
Yeah, sold it to Carvana.
Oh, I thought you were selling to that guy.
The guy who wanted to pay me in foreign currency, no interest, over 36 months? Yeah, no. Carvana gave me an offer in minutes, picked it up, and paid me on the spot. It was so convenient.
Just like that.
Yeah.
No hassle.
None.
That is super convenient.
Sell your car to Carvana and swap hassle for convenience. Pickup fees may apply.
Look, we're all human.
We push-pull doors, we blow on ice cream to cool it down, and sometimes we forget to check our blind spots. That's why the 2025 Hyundai Tucson Hybrid offers class-leading advanced safety features. Like an available blind spot view monitor, which shows you a live video feed of your blind spots. Because the Tucson Hybrid is made for humans who are just that, human. Visit HyundaiUSA.com or call 562-314-4603 for details.
Is your team at work feeling a little disconnected? Maybe the workflow's not flowing? Try Confluence by Atlassian. Confluence is the connected workspace where teams can create, organize, and deliver work like never before. In Confluence, teams can whiteboard their vision for any project, easily create or access the relevant pages and resources they need, and discover important context they might not even know they need. Plus, AI helps teams jumpstart brainstorms, organize information, and connect workflows, so teams can move efficiently and create alignment with ease. In fact, with Confluence, teams can see 5.2% average boost in productivity in 1 year. So if your team lacks confidence, try Confluence, the connected workspace where teams can do it all. Set knowledge free with Confluence. Learn more at Atlassian.com/confluence. That's Atlassian.com/CONFLUENCE.
So I actually tried Gemini a couple days ago, the Gemini Live where you can talk to it, and it is really crazy to have a full-on conversation with this thing. I was just messing around, so I asked it to give me ideas for hosting during the holidays. And when it starts giving you results, you can just stop it and say, okay, but what about something low-key for a smaller group? And then it adjusts to that, and you can just keep going until you get an idea you want. I think that's what I would use it for the most, brainstorming stuff. It's so good if you don't know where to start or if you hit a wall, you just go to Gemini. It helps you get the ball rolling. But obviously you can use it for all kinds of stuff. If you want to learn something new, you can have it give you advice, ask it to explain Bitcoin in simple terms, or you can have it quiz you on microbiology. I mean, imagine being a student and you've got this personal tutor on hand. It's hard to explain. You really just have to play around with it, see how it listens to you, responds, adapts to your style of conversation. Just try it out. It's free.
Auto insurance rates are on the rise, which is why you should call Vern Fonk Insurance. Vern Fonk could save you up to 20% on your auto insurance. The pros at Vern Fonk will do all the work, comparing different plans to find you the best options. And they can insure you over the phone. One call to Vern Fonk could save you up to 20%. Call 206-408-5094. 206-408-5094.
Remember to honk when you drive by Vern Fonk.
Restrictions apply based on a Q3 2023 study of Vern Fonk insurance customers who reported saving when they switched. License number 1070622.
If you have health insurance, you might be able to see a personal dietitian for $0 out of pocket. Nourish connects you with a dietitian that fits your needs, covered by your insurance. Nourish accepts hundreds of insurance plans, and 94% of patients pay $0 out of pocket. Meet with your dietitian online and message them anytime through the Nourish app. With hundreds of 5-star reviews from real patients, you know you're in good hands. Find your dietitian at usenourish.com. That's usenourish.com.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive. Most of you aren't just listening right now. You're driving, cleaning, and even exercising. But what if you could be saving money by switching to Progressive? Drivers who save by switching save nearly $750 on average. And auto customers qualify for an average of 7 discounts. Multitask right now. Quote today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National average 12-month savings of $744 by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between June 2022 and May 2023. Potential savings will vary. Discounts not available in all states and situations.
Ready to explore Europe the striped way? Then fly with Condor Airlines. With nonstop flights to Frankfurt, Germany, there are great connection options to several cities. Whether it's the romantic streets of Paris or the stunning beaches of Barcelona, Condor will start your vacation by offering comfortable and spacious cabins. Fly the striped way. Visit condor.com today.
The Daly Migs Show presents the most popular radio game on this side of the speaker. Let's play Beat Migs. Beat Migs, don't be a loser. Whoa! Beat Migs, you're a loser.
Who's ready to be Old Man Kenny from Gig Harbor is. Old Man Kenny, are you there?
I am here. Good morning, you crazy kids.
What's up, Kenny?
Now, offline, Kenny told me that he did play you once, Steve, and he lost, but he did listen to the cheat sheet yesterday. So he's got a chance. Is that right, Kenny?
I won't drop a deuce like last time. How's that?
All right.
Let's hope not.
I shouldn't anyways.
All right, Steve, get out of here.
Bye-bye.
For those playing at home, Old Man Kenny has 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. You can pass all you want, but you'll only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
As I can be.
Red Hot Chili Peppers have the hit song Under the What?
Bridge.
Correct. Who is headlining the Super Bowl halftime show this year?
Ryan Gosling?
No.
No, headlining the Super Bowl halftime. Beyonce?
No.
Pass.
What candy bar claims to be named after one of President Grover Cleveland's children?
Babe Ruth.
Correct. Who played the title character in the romantic comedy Lars and the Real Girl?
That's Ryan Gosling.
There we go. According to Japanese legend, a sick person will recover if they fold 1,000 of what type of origami?
We'll pass.
Tallahassee is the capital of what U.S. state?
Florida.
Correct. What month is Earth closest to the sun?
January, February.
January, yes. What kind of icing traditionally goes on carrot cake?
Cheese? Some type of cheese. Dang it. Pass.
What do you call a female horse?
Excuse me?
What do you call a female horse?
A mare. And
yes.
Cream cheese.
Cream cheese, yes. Woo! Okay, Old Man Kenny.
Finish strong there.
You got 7 correct. That's way better than dropping a deuce.
Holy Rosary on.
Be very proud of that performance, Kenny.
What's that? I'm sorry, honey.
Oh, be very proud of that performance.
Oh, thank you, dear.
Yeah.
And even though you listened to the cheat sheet, you could have got one more correct. But that's okay. You still did great, Kenny.
Well, thank you, guys.
Steve, are you ready?
Ah, yes.
Let's go.
Red Hot Chili Peppers have the hit song Under the What?
Bridge.
You know it. Who is headlining the Super Bowl halftime show this year?
Kendrick Lamar.
Yes.
Not Drake.
What candy bar claims to be named after one of President Grover Cleveland's children?
What candy bar? Milky Way?
No.
Whatchamacallit?
No.
Snickers?
No. Who played the title character in the romantic comedy Lars and the Real Girl?
I don't even know what that is.
It's a weird movie.
Lars Ulrich.
No.
James Hetfield.
No.
Kirk Hammett.
No. According to Japanese legend, a sick person will recover if they fold 1,000 of what type of origami?
Paper airplanes?
No.
Squares?
No.
Birds?
No. Tallahassee is the capital of what U.S. state?
Florida.
Correct. What month is Earth closest to the sun?
January.
Yes. What kind of icing traditionally goes on carrot cake?
Cream cheese.
Yes. What do you call a female horse?
A mare.
Wow, yes. The iPad was first released in what early 2010s year?
2011.
No.
Damn it.
Okay. Well, I need to ask Taryn and Danny what they think about something, because at the moment you got 6 correct.
Okay.
I said, according to Japanese legend, a 6 person will recover if they fold 1,000 of what type of origami?
He said bird, and it's a crane.
Are cranes birds?
Cranes are birds.
You need to be more specific, right?
Yes. Could have been an origami eagle, you know.
Yeah, I think so. He would have never got that. So that
Yeah,
means...
I don't even know what a crane is, to be honest with you. So I
don't either. That's why I was like, are
You guys
cranes
don't know
birds?
what a crane is?
I know,
That's like one of the most prevalent birds in our state.
Okay.
Oh, you're full of crap. No, it's
I see
not.
cranes all the time. Great cranes. They're all over.
Yeah, I see cranes all over too because of all the construction that's happening. I see one right across right there in the window.
Yeah, Taryn, you're talking nonsense.
Oh my
But
gosh.
that means, Old Man Kenny, you won 7-6. Let's go.
Hey, got you, Migs.
Yes, you did, Kenny. You rock.
Steve, you really did need the cheat sheet.
I start off real bad.
Yeah, you almost didn't know Kendrick Lamar. Good thing you got that. Old Man Kenny guessed Ryan Gosling for that, which was precious because that was on the cheat sheet, and that's the title character of Lars and the Real Girl. What candy bar claims to be named after one of the President Grover's Cleveland's children? He got that Baby Ruth.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. I was trying to think of any candy bar that had a name in it, and I was just stumped.
I personally love whatchamacallit.
Yes. Hey, whatchamacallit, get over here.
Get over here. And then the iPad was first released in early 2010s year? It was 2010. So if you guessed that, you would have tied. But Old Man Kenny won.
Let's go. The Super Bowl is this Sunday, and all week we need you to help us out with making us a Super Bowl commercial. We're very much on a budget. We cannot afford a commercial on our own.
Our budget is $0.
So all you have to do is go to the Odyssey app, and then you can record your big game ad through our voice messages feature. And we have another submission for you to hear after Nirvana.
The Daily Migs Show. Daily Migs Show.
All week long, we are looking at you, Rockaholics. We need you to make a Super Bowl commercial. But all you have to do is hit up the Odyssey app and record your big game ad in whatever style you would like. Leave a voice message with your Super Bowl commercial all about our show. And Steve Migs, we can ask people to be dramatic. They can be funny. Yep. We will spice it up. We'll add music and make it really, really, really
We'll make
special.
it sound professional. And I use that term very loosely.
And here's one we played yesterday.
Some radio shows are professional, polished, predictable. This is not one of those shows. Taryn Daly is a farm girl, hippie with a simple philosophy. Why call a cab when you can walk home? Spoiler alert, she never makes it.
Nope.
Migs is a pro wrestler. He's bald, and he's known for passing out at literally any moment. Don't forget about Danny V. He lives for emo music and pizza. If Santa's had a sound, he'd play it at full volume with extra cheese. And then there's Sarah, 50, married, and still partying harder than everyone half her age. This is not just a radio show. This show is stupid, and I love every second of it. Welcome to the Daily Migs Show. Oh, and yes, Migs is still unconscious.
You pretty much nailed everything about our show.
That was amazing.
All right, we do have a new submission for the Super Bowl for the big game ads. Are you ready for it?
Okay, let's hear it.
All right, let's see how this one goes.
Hey, this is Angela, and I made you guys a Super Bowl commercial. In a world where people are good on the bean and eat knuckles comes a show of pure intelligence. In a day and time where one man wears spandex and pretend fights his friends to keep all of us safe. As they deal with a man full of emotion, crying to songs by Fall Out Boy. All while proving that ageism does not exist with the 50-something ratchet girl that lives on Mercer Island. Ladies and gentlemen, I bring to you the Daily Migs Show.
That was really good.
Because then to make fun of your age or your taste in music.
Yeah, why am I always 50? Again?
Thriving, though, Sarah. 50 and thriving.
No 50-year-old's thriving, okay?
We may have inadvertently created that kind of stigma about you on the show. I don't know if you've been listening in the past year. But,
Well, I thought it was 40. How did I jump 10 years?
You age quick.
Oh my gosh.
You're like a dog.
That is also not a compliment, Steve. I'm a 50-year-old and like a dog.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of the NFL, there's a brother of a former NFL senior VP of officiating, Dean Blandino.
Okay, I know that guy's name.
He has made this claim that the league is rigged and that Blandino, along with other employees, have had to sign non-disclosure agreements preventing them from revealing what is the truth here. The comments have added fuel to the fire of this ongoing conspiracy, specifically about the Kansas City Chiefs.
I was going to say the Kansas City Chiefs' entire playoff run, and in fact, the entire season, people have just constantly, it's like after their game, you go on social media and people are like, this league is rigged. People have given up on football because they feel like that the NFL is just doing everything in its power to make sure that the Kansas City Chiefs win the Super Bowl.
Do you think that's true, Steve Migs?
Of course.
I mean, I'll buy it.
No, I don't. I've had the hardest time with this one because I'm like, there's a very good chance that we're completely wrong, and it is, but I feel like there's just way too many factors for them to be able to get away with it for this many years. And I know maybe that's just a blind way to look at things, but there are a lot of football players that have done a lot of sketchy things in the NFL that would probably be willing to just roll over and share all this information to whoever is willing to give them a couple extra bucks. There's a lot of broke football players. I feel like there's just too many factors and there's too many people that could screw this all up. I mean, obviously, if they're saying that the referees are in on it and it's not the players, but I feel like at some point somebody's going to say something. And it's not the brother of a guy who's an official.
Well, the reporter that actually brought this up to the NFL commissioner, Roger Goodell, had this to say.
Officiating has favored the Chiefs, not my perception, public perception. How much of a concern is that for you in the league?
Well, this sort of reminds me a little bit of the script, right? That I write a script, and I have the script for the entire season.
Oh, okay, so it is true. My bad.
Mystery solved.
Props to the reporter for even asking the question, because I'm sure that's kind of an awkward thing to ask, but I think it's awesome that he asked. And here's actually, Roger did go more into detail about it.
Listen, I think from a lot of those theories are things that happen in social media, and they get a new life. And so I understand that. I think it reflects a lot of the fans' passion, and I think it also is a reminder for us how important officiating is. And I think the men and women that officiate in the NFL are outstanding. They have the highest possible standards. That's ridiculous theory for anyone who might take it seriously.
I mean, their standards are good when the Kansas City Chiefs are doing things right?
But at the end of the day, it's something we always have to continue to work on. How do we make our officiating better at all times?
But has anyone looked into how many of the officials are Swifties? I'm just curious. Okay. I want to see their Spotify Unwrapped from last year. That's all I'm saying. Wow. Were they listening to the Tortured Poets Department all year?
Of course.
Is it the Tortured Poets Department? Okay, I don't know if it was a society. I've lost track. That album kind of went in and out of my ear. It's not that great.
None of them are.
There are some. What? You both shut your mouth. There are some bangers.
There's some news that came out on this broccoli recall, and this broccoli could kill you. Many people have opinions online, so we're going to go straight to the comments at 8:20.
The Daily Migs Show.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith. Slow drain being a pain? Call Pinky. That pipe's being a little leaky? Call Pinky. When the toilet won't flush and you're in a rush? Call Pinky. When your shower lost all its spray power? Call Pinky. When your sink's on the blink? Call Pinky. Pinky's Plumbing promises to lick all your plumbing problems quick. So when your plumbing backs up and things get stinky, call Pinky's. Pinky'sPlumbing.com.
Working as a dedicated Fidelity advisor, I always ask, what's important to you? I'll look at those priorities and goals alongside your full financial picture to build a comprehensive plan designed to help grow and protect your wealth. With proactive portfolio insights and an eye on taxes, I'm here to help you make the most of your money. I'm Laura Maxwell, and I'm a dedicated Fidelity advisor. Learn more at fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC, member NYSE, SIPC.
Hiring is a lonely business. Posting jobs, sifting through resumes, interviews with unqualified applicants, being ghosted. What if you could link with dozens of qualified candidates who are ready to work right now with just one connection? That's Express Employment Professionals. Find us at expresspros.com. One connection, the workforce you need. Problem solved. Express Employment Professionals. expresspros.com.
Everyone knows social media is a time suck, and what you're about to hear proves it. If it's online, someone, somewhere, has an opinion and is whining about it. So let's get straight to the comments.
If you shop for your broccoli florets at Walmart, you're going to want to know about this recall for the market side brand broccoli florets. It has been escalated to a Class 1 recall. So this is the news report all about it.
Administration says a broccoli product recall is now a Class 1 health alert. The FDA says consumption of the affected broccoli could cause serious health risks or even death because of Listeria bacteria.
And even death?
Yeah.
Broccoli could kill you.
Listeria is no laughing matter, Steve.
Contamination. The recall is for Braga Fish broccoli florets sold in Walmarts in 20 states, including Kentucky, and have a Best Buy sale date of December 10th, 2024.
All right, there we go.
And Washington is one of the states. So
yeah, I saw Idaho as well.
Check your freezers, Many people, though, want to weigh in on this, as they do. So we have to go straight to the comments.
And so this time around, we decided to enlist our resident vegetable connoisseur, the man that loves all things vegetables, especially broccoli, and that is Steve the Thrill Hill from the Men's Room.
He can't get enough.
He just refuses to eat anything but vegetables. If you listen to the Men's Room, you know he has nothing but love for vegetables. So we found some of these posts about the broccoli recall, gave him to Thrill, and said, hey, would you care to read these? And he did just that.
Boy.
Are you ready for the comments as read to us by Thrill from the men's room?
Yes.
Risk of death. Sweet, I've been avoiding death my whole fucking life.
I mean, that actually could be from Thrill. I don't think he's ever had a vegetable.
I feel like every one of these comments could be Thrill then.
What do you expect, man? Broccoli's the fucking worst. No broccoli and beef, no worries here.
No broccoli and beef, no worries here. You're right. These all could be just Thrill's opinion.
Yes.
I did not have death by broccoli on the 2025 Doomsday chart, but here we are.
Like, I get what they're saying, but when you see like them in the headlines, and it's like broccoli could kill you. Like, geez, what the hell? And then you read this and you're like, oh, okay, thanks. Thanks for scaring the living crap out of me.
Yes.
This is why I stick to donuts. Never seen a donut recalled.
You know what? That's a solid point. Eat more donuts. Yeah. Said no doctor ever.
And we have one more comment from Thrill about the broccoli.
So this is why my wife keeps feeding me broccoli. That bitch is trying to kill me. I wasn't talking about you, baby. You know I never talked about you like that.
I would like to do a recall on broccoli haircuts, though.
Oh, my gosh, dude. That's all. It is. I get it. When we were in high school, I feel like we all... You just become like a bunch of little followers. Like you see somebody that's popular, they do something, you all want to dress that way, you all want to look that way. But I see it a lot at the gym because that's really the only time that I'm around the young kids.
The youths?
The youths. Hello, fellow kids. Can I jump in on this set? And it's like every kid has the exact same broccoli haircut.
So wild. And then did you see some of them are actually getting perms?
I was
to
wondering
do it.
that. Yeah.
It's crazy.
Because like my nephew, he's got, last time I went, he doesn't have it anymore, but the time before he did. And I was like, he had curly hair. And I'm like, okay. Like it is what it is if you're trying to get that kind of a hairstyle. But the fact that people going out of their way to look that stupid is impressive.
But think about how long perms have not been super popular. Perms are having their moment again, Steve.
Are they even calling it perms, though?
I don't know.
They're probably just saying they're getting their hair curled.
An iconic rock singer that retired from singing is back at it again. We're going to tell you what's trending after The Offspring.
The Daily Migs Show.
Rockaholics, we know that many of you are waking up ready to seize the day, carpe diem. And we are trying to help you out with pop culture because there's a lot going on, and we're going to tell you what's trending.
Stranded on the Daily Migs Show. Stranded, let's go. Let's go.
There is this American Airlines pilot who has gone viral because he gave this message to the passengers that were flying from Jacksonville to Miami last Thursday, just one day after that tragic crash in D.C.
Oh, okay.
The passenger who posted this said it was honestly what everybody needed to hear.
May be fearful about flying, and that's certainly understandable, but just please know that my first officer and our flight attendants and myself place your safety and the responsibility of carrying you to your families, your vacations, your meets at the highest level. I have no higher calling than carefully and professionally transporting you today. So with that, relax and enjoy the beautiful evening that we get to fly in. We'll be underway. Welcome aboard.
What a nice guy.
I don't know. I kind of expect a little bit more. I mean, I was kind of expecting something a little bit more profound. It was just like, okay, we're going to do our job. We're going to get you there safe.
He said it was his highest calling, Steve. And he meant it.
I don't know if I'm freaking out about being on a plane. Like, well, he said we're going to get there safe. I'm sure, like, as if he's going to be like, man, I hope we get there, guys.
Fingers crossed.
Right? You know, it's nice, I guess.
You do you guess?
All right, moving on. Let's talk a little bit about Aerosmith. I don't know if you heard, but Aerosmith's done. Like, Steven Tyler said, hey, I can't sing anymore. I can't hit those high notes anymore. So we're just going to call it a day with the band. And that seemed to be the end of his career as a singer up until this past week, because he was having a Grammys watch party over at the Hollywood Palladium, jumped up on stage and decided to sing. And what did he sing? An Extreme song of all things. He had Nuno Betancourt, the guitarist from Extreme, and they went up there and they sang their one huge hit, More Than Words. I'd rather hear the pilot guy talk. I'm just kidding. Were you ever into this song?
No.
This song, every time I hear it, It almost triggers teenage Steve again, getting mad. I remember being a kid and like being like, brand new extreme song. And they had like a rockin' song. I was a little metalhead watching Headbangers Ball, not going out on the weekend, sitting at home watching Ricky Rackman at like midnight, getting all excited. I know it's very sad.
So edgy.
Such a loser.
I was wearing my leather motorcycle jacket and my spiked hair.
All by yourself, nowhere to go.
Well, Mom and Dad were in their bedroom, and my brother's in the other room.
He wouldn't even hang out with you.
No, who would at midnight to watch Headbangers Ball with me? And I'm like watching it. I'm like, new extreme. This is gonna be awesome. And then this song is what I remember like coming so close. I want to like throw my TV on the floor.
Seriously?
I was like, what is this crap? Where's the drums?
What a letdown.
Yeah. And like, why is this song? They would play the power ballads on Headbangers Ball as well. I get it because it's still a heavy metal band, but I remember being so mad. So it doesn't even matter if he did it well. I would still like not want to hear that version.
I mean, he doesn't. You can tell that's Steven Tyler, but he clearly doesn't have the same power that he did after the vocal cord injuries.
Yeah, I think he did like some other songs as well, like a couple of their classics. But like, I got to imagine he can only pick and choose which songs he can do. So I don't think this is going to lead to Aerosmith getting back together again and them going on tour. But it's so cool that you don't have to give up 100% on it. You can just do it whenever you feel like it.
There was a lot of interesting fashion at the Grammys, but one that turned a lot of heads was what Jaden Smith was wearing. He had this, they're calling it wearable art. It was like this castle, this big house on his head with his face sticking out of it, and it was designed by a Bodhi. If you have, Steve, $4,600, you could get one too. And they'll even customize the measurements to fit your big bald head.
Nice.
Yeah.
Could you imagine selling that one to my wife? Sorry, we can't go to our vacation that we're trying to plan because, well, tax return came back. Bought myself a Bodhi?
A Bodhi face castle.
He looks so stupid.
He did look pretty dumb.
I didn't understand, like, how do you go out and say, yeah, this is the look that I want to have happen at the Grammys.
I'm going to show off how much of a fashionista I am.
Your wife's kind of like a designer lady, though. Maybe she'd appreciate it. Yeah, that's what they call him, right?
She likes designer clothing. I think you could spin this, Steve.
Yeah, I think you could too.
One.
Maybe before we had our kids, she was into a little bit like spending a couple extra dollars on some like nice jeans. She's kind of like moved past that. She's like all the money that all the clothes that she's buying nowadays are just solely for Tatum. Like she's just like it's not working a day job where she has to go and dress up or anything like that. But maybe like 6 years ago I could have pulled this off.
Rockaholics, how would you like a shot at beating Steve? He has a record of 34 wins, 21 losses, and 5 ties in 2025. 206-803-ROCK. We will play Beat Migs at 8:50.
The Daily Migs Show.
What is Dax, are you?
Tracking all our cars on Carvana Value Tracker on all our devices? Yes, Kristen, yes, I am.
Well, I've been looking for my phone for...
In Dax's domain, we see all. So we always know what our cars are worth.
All of them?
All of them. Value surge, trucks up 3.9%.
That's a great offer.
I know. Sell?
Sell.
Track your car's value with Carvana Value Tracker today.
Plug in a Hyundai EV and the extraordinary happens. From the charge time and range in the Ioniq 5 and 6 to the adventurous spirit of the Kona Electric to the 601 horsepower Ioniq 5N. Hyundai EVs make the extraordinary electrifying. There's joy in every journey.
EPA estimated 303-mile driving range for 2024 Ioniq 5 SE SEL limited rear-wheel drive and 361-mile driving range for 2024 Ioniq 6 SE long-range rear-wheel drive with fully charged battery. Actual range may vary. Visit HyundaiUSA.com or call 562-314-4603 for more details.
Is your team at work feeling a little disconnected? Maybe the workflow's not flowing? Try Confluence by Atlassian. Confluence is the connected workspace where teams can create, organize, and deliver work like never before. In Confluence, teams can whiteboard their vision for any project, easily create or access the relevant pages and resources they need, and discover important context they might not even know they need. Plus, AI helps teams jumpstart brainstorms, organize information, and connect workflows, so teams can move efficiently and create alignment with ease. In fact, with Confluence, teams can see 5.2% average boost in productivity in 1 year. So if your team lacks confidence, try Confluence, the connected workspace where teams can do it all. Set knowledge free with Confluence. Learn more at Atlassian.com/confluence. That's ATLASSIAN.com/CONFLUENCE.
The brand new Grand Casino and Shoreline is now open. Step into the action with Vegas-style table games like Baccarat, Heads Up Hold'em Poker, Pai Gow, Blackjack, and High Card Flush. Feeling hungry? Feast on delicious Chinese, Vietnamese, and continental dishes plus breakfast favorites. Dine in or take out. And don't miss daily happy hours from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. and 10 p.m. to midnight. Grand Casino and Shoreline off Aurora. Open daily from 9 a.m. to 4 a.m. Visit GrandCasinoGaming.com. Welcome to the Grand Experience.
Auto insurance rates are on the rise, which is why you should call Vern Fonk Insurance. Vern Fonk could save you up to 20% on your auto insurance. The pros at Vern Fonk will do all the work, comparing different plans to find you the best options. And they can insure you over the phone. One call to Vern Fonk could save you up to 20%. Call 206-408-5094. 206-408-5094.
Remember to honk when you drive by Vern Fonk.
Restrictions apply based on a Q3 2023 study of Vern Fonk Insurance customers who reported saving when they switched. License number 1070622.
I've been working with a nurse dietitian for the last 6 months, and it's been life-changing. I've lost weight, healed my relationship with food, and have way more energy. Working with a dietitian online to create a personalized nutrition plan was so easy thanks to Nourish. The best part? I pay $0 out of pocket because Nourish accepts hundreds of insurance plans. 94% of patients pay $0 out of pocket. Find your dietitian at usenourish.com. That's usenourish.com.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive. Most of you aren't just listening right now. You're driving, cleaning, and even exercising. But what if you could be saving money by switching to Progressive? Drivers who save by switching save nearly $750 on average. And auto customers qualify for an average of 7 discounts. Multitask right now. Quote today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National average 12-month savings of $744 by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between June 2022 and May 2023. Potential savings will vary. Discounts not available in all states and situations.
Ready to explore Europe the striped way? Fly Condor Airlines nonstop to Frankfurt and connect effortlessly to most European destinations. Relax and start your vacation in comfort. Fly the striped way. Visit condor.com today and book your next adventure.
The Daily Migs Show presents the most popular radio game on this side of the speaker. Let's play Beat Migs. Beat Migs, don't be a loser. Whoa! Beat Migs, you're a loser.
Who's ready to beat Migs? I know Rob from Polsbo is. Rob, are you there?
Good morning.
Good morning. I'm Sarah, your host, and it's time for you to get out of here, Steve.
Bye-bye.
For those playing at home, Rob has 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. You can pass all you want, but you only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Hash browns and tater tots are made from what vegetable?
Potatoes.
Correct. When it comes to video resolution, what does HD stand for?
High definition.
Yes. How many times has Beyonce won a Grammy for Album of the Year?
Once.
Yes. The first Winter Olympic Games were held in what European country?
France.
Yes. What occurs when your body loses heat faster than it can produce it, leading to dangerously low temperature?
Hypothermia.
Yes. Rain, combat, and cowboy are all types of what?
Hat.
What small sea creature doesn't have a brain and can regenerate?
Starfish.
Yes. What do you typically garnish a Manhattan cocktail with?
An orange.
No.
Cherry.
Correct. California has the most natural lakes, but what state has the second most?
Minnesota.
No.
Alaska.
Correct. Pez candy was first introduced in what decade?
The 1940s.
No.
30s.
No.
20s.
Correct. Rain, combat, and cowboy are all types of what?
Boots.
Yes! Boom! Rob from Paul's Bow, you, my friend, got a perfect 10. Just by the buzzer.
That was very, very awesome.
That was.
Thank you.
Steve.
Oh, he just walked in here like he is ready for battle.
I am ready for war.
You better be ready for war.
Big war.
Because you should feel a lot of pressure
like
right
the
now.
most.
The most ever.
Danny, are they effing with me?
No, you should feel some pressure.
Are you ready?
Oh, yeah!
Hash browns and tater tots are made from what vegetable?
Wow, no. Celery? Potatoes.
I would be surprised if you got that wrong, okay? When it comes to video resolution, what does HD stand for?
High definition.
You know it. How many times has Beyonce won a Grammy for Album of the Year?
Once.
Mm-hmm. The first Winter Olympic Games were held in what European country?
Greece.
No.
Oh. Italy?
No.
France.
Wow, yes. What occurs when your body loses heat faster than it can produce, leading to dangerously low body temperature?
Is that hypothermia?
Correct. Rain, combat, and cowboy are all types of what?
Boots.
You know it. What small sea creature doesn't have a brain but can regenerate?
Is that starfish?
What? Yes. What do you typically garnish a Manhattan cocktail with?
Mint?
No.
A cherry.
Correct. California has the most natural lakes, but what state has the second most?
Minnesota.
No.
Damn it. Florida?
No. Oh, Steve. So sad. You got 8 correct, which is usually a great score, but not compared to Rob's perfect 10, baby.
Man, why'd I try so hard?
I don't know.
Great job, Rob.
Thank you very much.
Maybe you shouldn't have made fun of potatoes for my first question, and you could have got to all of them.
Well, I got the one wrong, so it doesn't even matter if I did get to all of them.
Oh, did you get 3 guesses?
I don't know.
Oh, well, it was Alaska.
Oh, I wouldn't have guessed that either. So
Probably not.
Yeah.
And Pez candy was first introduced in what decade?
60s?
Ooh,
50s.
you're way off.
30s.
20s.
20s?
Mm-hmm. So you would have lost anyway.
And the shelf life of those, actually, if you bought them in the 20s, they're still delicious.
Forever. They last forever.
I'm not going to lie. I love a Pez.
You and me both.
Oh, let's have a Pez day. Okay.
No.
Yes. Have you ever eaten so much food at a restaurant that someone calls you out for it?
Yeah, at the Pez restaurant, apparently.
Well, we want to hear from you, Rockaholics. 206-803-ROCK. What's something that you could eat way too much of in a single sitting? 206-803-ROCK. We will take your calls after Foo Fighters.
The Daily Migs Show.
206-803-ROCK. What is something that you can eat way too much of in one single sitting? And we ask because, Danny, you were in Austin over the weekend, and a guy that you were with said that he's never seen someone consume so much of this specific food as you did.
I love the fact that he called you out on this.
I mean,
This is awesome.
To be fair, it was a lot of food. However, it was amazing to me that he said he's never seen anyone do this. We went to Terry Black's barbecue, which I don't know if you guys have ever been to Austin. This was the number one suggested thing that everyone told me. They're like, you're going to Austin, you got to go to Terry Black's.
Really?
Yeah, like every single person.
Did it live up to the hype?
It was amazing.
Okay.
Huge line.
Do I need to stop being a plant-based weirdo when we go to Austin next summer?
Yes, you do.
Okay.
Like if you like any kind of meat, this is the place to go.
That's the time to go off the rails.
But yeah, and so my cousin, it was the first one that told me about it. He's like, you got to get the beef rib. And he's like, mostly it's for like shock value, but like you get the beef rib and it's huge. It's just like you're eating meat off a bone. And he did not lie. It was a beef rib, and I don't know if you've ever seen it. It was probably like at least 12, probably 16 inches long.
Okay, what you're showing us is closer to 18 inches. If you think that's 12 inches.
It was, well, it's fair. Insane. And I start eating it, and he's like, you're going to eat all of that? And I was like, yeah, so I took a bite, delicious, first off. But I had also got sausage on the side and mac and cheese as a side and green beans. And so I was
some pie.
Mind you, I ate every single bite of my meal. And he just looks at me and is just like, are you kidding me?
I think you're a lot like me in the sense that, like, even if I'm full, if it tastes so good, I just like, I don't want any of it to go in the garbage. I want to enjoy every single bite of this meal.
It was so good.
206-803-ROCK. What is something that you can eat way too much of in a single sitting? Let's talk to Daniel and Lacey. What's that food for you?
Good morning. My food is shrimp. Oh, man, I've devoured just so much of that stuff. It's not even funny.
I have bought, back when I was eating fish, I would go to like QFC or Albertsons and get like the cocktail platters. And I would just sit on my couch and eat it. Like, there's a reason why I was 285 pounds at one point. And I was a snack.
They're so good, though.
Oh, so good.
206-803-ROCK. Steve from Maltby, yours also involves shrimp. Tell us about your shrimp situation.
Yeah, it's Steve. And back in the scouting days, they used to call me Garbage Gut. So there's a history there. And then, like I had a frying pan up camping in the woods, and I grabbed a bunch of black ants and fried them up there. Tastes like bacon.
What?
And oh yeah, tasty little critters after you fry them up in bacon fat. And so I'm down at the Rio in Vegas, and they got the buffet.
Yeah.
So I had the buffet thing. In fact, I had the buffet thing where you buy it for the whole frickin' bunch of casinos, and I ate at like 8 casinos in one day one time. But
8 buffets?
But at the Rio, yeah. I picked and choose. I wouldn't eat all of it, but
I'm starting to understand the garbage gut nickname.
yeah. And so I never hit 300 yet, but not bad, not close to it. But
so what was the food that
Rio? I'm at the Rio, and I started eating and ate all the stuff, and then I went back and got shrimp, and then more shrimp, and then I think I probably went back, got shrimp about 5-6 times. I don't know.
That's crazy, man.
Juan from Tacoma.
You can just keep picking at him. Keep picking at him. What's one more shrimp? What's one more
shrimp? They go down so easy.
I know, it's in that cocktail sauce.
Juan from Tacoma, what's the food that you can eat way too much of in a sitting?
Chicken wings.
Oh, yeah.
Now, do you like flats or drums better, or do you have a preference?
The chicken wings.
Equal opportunity.
Dude, it was sushi would be my number 1, but chicken wings would be my number 2. So we get so bad. I remember one time going to like a lunch with our boss, and he's just like, how many more rolls of sushi are you going to get? I'm like, how many more will the company allow me to get? Because it was like a corporate dinner kind of a thing, or lunch thing. And he's like, I think we might be good. Like this is a lot.
Oh yeah.
What is it for you? Is it sushi?
Oh, I mean sushi definitely. But everybody talking about shrimp and you talking about shrimp. I have definitely like powered through one of those shrimp platters before.
They're so freaking good.
It's so easy to just keep going because they're just so small.
And you guys talk about the shrimp cocktail. Do you guys remember like back in the Sizzler days, you could go and you could do the popcorn shrimp, and they did the endless popcorn shrimp. We did at least 10 plates of those.
The funny thing is that the popcorn shrimp, and I don't know why it was just the shrimp cocktail. Those were the ones.
Oh, I'm getting hungry, you guys.
Like the prawn ones, like the giant ones, when you're like getting a little more fancy.
Woo! What time is lunch? We know that you are a massive music fan, but could you name a song after only hearing 1 second of the chorus? Prove it to us, and if you do, you'll win tickets to see 9 Inch Nails at Climate Pledge Arena on August 12th. 206-803-ROCK. We'll play Hook or Shook at 9:20.
The Daily Migs Show.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith. Slow drain being a pain? Call Pinky. That pipe's being a little leaky? Call Pinky. When the toilet won't flush and you're in a rush? Call Pinky. When your shower lost all its spray power? Call Pinky. When your sink's on the blink? Call Pinky. Pinky's Plumbing promises to lick all your plumbing problems quick. So when your plumbing backs up and things get stinky, call Pinky's. Pinky'sPlumbing.com.
Hiring is a lonely business. Posting jobs, sifting through resumes, interviews with unqualified applicants, being ghosted. What if you could link with dozens of qualified candidates who are ready to work right now with just one connection? That's Express Employment Professionals. Find us at expresspros.com. One connection, the workforce you need. Problem solved. Express Employment Professionals. expresspros.com.
With Fidelity Wealth Management, a dedicated advisor gets to know you and your goals to build a comprehensive plan to help grow and protect your wealth. Backed by a team of specialists, they'll analyze all your accounts, even the ones they don't manage, to keep an eye on taxes and provide proactive portfolio insights that can help you unlock your wealth's full potential. Learn more at fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC. Member NYSE SIPC.
Throughout the morning, we have received texts and calls from you that we haven't had a chance to chat about. But right now, we are checking in with the Rockaholics, brought to you by Palace Law. So please give us a call if you'd like to chime in on something from the show today, or if you have something on your mind that you'd like to discuss. 206-803-ROCK. You might recall earlier, we were talking about people getting busted for cheating.
Yes.
And if you ever caught somebody in the act.
We got some good calls.
Kirsten, is it Kirsten or Kirsten?
Kirsten
from Olympia. Tell us about who you busted.
Oh, long ago, I busted my ex-husband in bed. Al, she was tipped off. He was tipped.
Oh, you're cutting out on us for a second. We lost you for a second. So you busted your husband in bed.
Yes. long ago, and we're really good friends now, actually. But yes, it was a rough time, and our marriage didn't make it. But we have a 30. I was pregnant at the time, and it's just like another lifetime ago.
Wait, you were
best friend of the gal.
You were pregnant at the time, and it was one of your friends?
The friend of the gal he was with, her best friend, told me.
Oh.
Yeah, and actually the saddest part, though, my ex-husband did.
Oh, man, you're
for, 34 years. But the gal who tipped her best friend, she was murdered by the Spokane serial.
Oh, my gosh.
I wish your phone didn't stink as much as it does, because this sounds like such a fascinating story, but you keep cutting out on us.
Sorry, Kristen.
Maybe try calling back. Yeah, I don't know what was going on with that, but...
We had a pregnancy. We had a murder. This is a big story.
Right. And a terrible phone connection.
206-803-ROCK. We are checking in with the Rockaholics.
Also, earlier we were talking about what food you just can't stop eating. You could just sit down at a table and just eat it, mass consumption. So he said, like Steve, I could get down on some sushi. And Taryn, the Four Seasons Asian Buffet in Burlington. It has all-you-can-eat sushi, and I do that. And I also get some nori salad as well. You got to get your money's worth.
I know that place.
Whoa.
206-803-ROCK. We are checking in with the Rockaholics, and Johnny is
I'm
from
still shocked by that woman's call.
I know. We were talking about Steven Tyler earlier, and it sounds like you got to visit his house in Hawaii.
It was freaking awesome. Yeah, my buddy and I were there about 8 or 10 years ago. We're just cruising around Maui in this rental Jeep, and we go down this old road, and there's this big, huge, ornate gate. It's like this orangish yellow gate, and I'm like, wow, that was cool. So we go down, we do some snorkeling, we come back, and the gate's open. So I just whipped the Jeep in there, and these landscapers are like, who are these guys? So we got out.
Wait a second. Johnny, why would you think that's like an open invitation for you to just go up to somebody's property?
The gate's open. I mean, whatever. So we walk around the back, we walk out on the deck, we're overlooking the ocean. I'm like, wow, either somebody's going to shoot us or invite us. So we walk around, these landscapers are like, who are these people? So we walk out and we get in the Jeep and we go down the road to this taco truck, and we're BSing with this guy, having some tacos and drinking some beers, and we go, yeah, we went in that house up there on the hill there with that gate. He goes, you know whose house that is? I'm like, no. He goes, that's Steven Tyler's house. We're like, right on.
So you're basically friends with Steven Tyler now.
Yeah, you say you've been to his house.
Yeah, exactly. It was great.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I would never decide if I saw the gate to a gated home, be like, yeah, screw it, let's drive up there.
Oh, no, it's way too risky. You never know what someone's going to do. 206-803-ROCK. Back to the subject of cheating and getting busted. Nick from Arizona, you were accused of cheating, but what was the deal?
So I was up late night texting with my girlfriend, and my ex-wife was working with our son, about a name project. Okay. And she asked me a question about where I got my son's name from, because his name's Alistair Anton, so I named him after Alistair Crowley and Anton LaVey. Anyways, I text that to my girlfriend, not realizing I didn't text it to my ex-wife. So my girlfriend blew up through a fit, and I'm like, I was texting my ex-wife. What are you talking about? This went on for 2 weeks until I realized she was the one cheating on me and not the other way around.
Oh, the old projection stuff.
Yeah. Right on, Nick.
That sucks.
206-803-ROCK, checking in with the Rockaholics, and back to the subject of things that we can eat a lot of.
I like that we're going from cheating to eating,
in
back
one
and forth.
sitting. Solomon from Bellevue, what's the thing that you can eat a lot of?
That would be steak. I was at Vista Restaurant up at Snoqualmie Casino, and it was just me and my buddy. And if you get a table-sized Caesar salad for two, it's a huge portion. So I had the salad, I had the baked potato, and I had my steak, which I like medium rare. He ordered a porterhouse rare, and it came medium rare. So they cooked the new one for him, and I said, "Well, hey, what are you going to do with that steak?" They're like, "We're throwing it away." I'm like, "No, you're not."
So you ate that steak as well?
Yeah, so I had a 12-ounce ribeye and a 22-ounce porterhouse. Nice. And then I also had cheesecake afterwards.
Yeah. But you can't say no to their cheesecake. Their cheesecake is amazing. All the food at Vista Prime Steak and Seafood is one of the, like that. I still contend is like a true gem when it comes to steakhouses. Back when I was eating meat, like that was my favorite place to go get steak.
I have the meat sweats just thinking about it.
I have the cheesecake sweats.
Earlier, we were talking about, once again, people getting busted for cheating. And a member of our show just might have been busted for cheating. Not in their relationship, though, but in some way a little bit more serious because it involves our Super Sides competition against the men's room,
So
Steve.
from cheating to eating once again.
Find out what's going on at 9:50.
The Daily Migs Show. The Daily Migs Show.
Yesterday was a big day because we challenged the men's room to a Super Sides showdown, all in celebration of the Super Bowl coming up on Sunday.
And it's a little nerve-wracking, I ain't gonna lie, because I gotta go buy the ingredients because I'm making sliders. We each picked out of a hat and we have to put together a dish without looking at a recipe, a YouTube tutorial, or anything along those lines. You just gotta kind of do it with however you think it's gonna turn out.
You just wing it. You're doing sliders.
Mine's not that hard, though. I mean, luckily.
Pigs in a blanket. That's pretty easy, I think, too.
I have no idea how to make the blanket part.
Don't you
Is
just
that
get like
corn?
a crescent roll or something?
Okay, well, here we go.
I don't know.
I thought you'd have to get like some kind of like, I'm thinking about corn dogs.
Oh, well, I'm certainly not making it from scratch. So, Danny, you're doing jalapeno poppers, and Sarah, we're worried about you thinking you're on the verge of cheating because of the way that you're attempting to do your mac and cheese.
Okay, I don't think it's cheating, but I don't cook, can't cook, and my husband is the chef of the house and is very, very concerned.
Why is he concerned?
He's concerned, probably one, that I'm going to burn...
For our health?
We're going to die?
For your health, yes, but also for the house, too. Because last time I tried to boil water for him to make pasta, I didn't do it right. And there was gas coming out everywhere, I guess.
Well, it's because you were trying to boil oil. And so you realized
I don't know what I was doing. So my husband, I told him no recipes, no nothing. I can't do anything.
Right.
He decided, like the amazing man he is, that he last night would cook macaroni and cheese and just have me intensely watch.
Oh,
no
come
words were spoken. No notes were taken.
That's no different than me watching a YouTube tutorial on mute.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Look at
You can do
Thrill's
that too.
in the other room right now. Thrill's disappointed in you.
Thrill, don't look at me like that.
This is ridiculous.
He just was like, well, I really would like some mac and cheese tonight, babe. So I'm going to make some mac and cheese for us. Why don't you sit there quietly and just watch me make it?
This is bullcrap.
Now, will I remember all the measurements and everything that he did? Probably not.
Swear, man.
Oh, no.
Oh, good morning, everybody.
Hello, Thrill.
Let me get so. Is Jorge going to make it so that you can watch him make it and then try to recreate it, or is he just going to make it?
He made it last night, and I watched and absorbed what he was doing. And
I
then
don't believe you absorbed anything. I have no confidence in that statement at all.
And then
You literally said you tried to boil water
yeah, I did.
and almost blew up the house.
You sure did.
That's ridiculous. It's
This is
boiling water, man.
This is why he's concerned.
Oh, my God. Like
Yeah.
toast and boiling water, to me, are like the basics, right? At least that.
I don't even think there's a YouTube tutorial on those things.
It's
Because
a boil water.
nobody's going to watch this video.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I have no idea how long pasta takes. And by these rules, I can't even look at the pasta box to see how long to cook the pasta for.
We're going to eat hard mac and cheese.
Oh, God.
Maybe.
Do you read instructions for Pop-Tarts?
Well,
Or do you just put them in the
Does
toast?
she look like she reads anything?
Right, thank you.
No.
I just put them in
Thank you, yes.
and then decide. But anyway, that's not cheating, right?
I think you should have to make it.
I'm going to make it. But I just watched him make perhaps the
that's
exact
fair.
same thing I'm going to make.
Honestly, it's probably in our best interest.
It is.
Can he also make some so we could try his after we have your atrocity of
Compare them.
Yeah, cleanse the palate.
Wish me luck.
Well, speaking of food, there's a fast food restaurant that brought back something that I think many of us probably didn't even know existed in the first place.
I didn't.
And it's kind of trippy. We're going to tell you what's happening during the Daily Migs download after Red Hot Chili Peppers.
The Daily Migs Show. Knowledge is power. So give us 5-ish minutes and we'll give you, some interesting stuff you can talk about at work. This is the Daily Migs Download.
AKA the DMD.
Here's your daily dose of doings happening in the world.
And the DMV is brought to you by SeattleBoatShow.com. This morning on the Today Show, things got kind of interesting as McDonald's welcomed back one of their mascots, which I didn't even know existed. And here's how it all went down.
We got two special guests on the plaza. McDonald's iconic mascot, viral sensation, Santa Grimace is here.
Guess what he brought?
His joyful, generous, green Irish relative, Uncle O'Grimacy.
Haven't seen Uncle O'Grimacy in a while. He's a fan favorite. In the 70s, it's been decades since Uncle O'Grimacy has graced us with his pleasure.
Oh, I didn't know he was gracing us with pleasure.
Wow.
Uncle O'Grimacy. Maybe you need
Stay out of the Ronald McDonald house.
That is, I've never heard of him. And then I saw there's like a 70s commercial, which was kind of funny, just seeing Uncle O'Grimacy. And this is what he sounds like.
My Uncle O'Grimacy is coming to visit, and I didn't get him a present. Ah, a shamrock shake coming up.
Oh, sure, and Cora, how's me little nephew?
Here, Uncle O'Grimacy.
Oh, you shouldn't have a shamrock shake, I take it. Oh, it's great. It's green. Where on earth can we get more?
There's only one place on earth to get a shamrock shake. McDonald's.
Man, things were crazy back in the 70s with McDonald's.
Yeah, I have never heard of that guy.
No, but now I kind of want a Shamrock Shake.
Let's go.
It's Shamrock Shake season, everybody. Hey, as far as weather, we are hitting a high of 39 degrees. It's going to be cloudy today. The DMD is brought to you by Snoqualmie Casino and Uncle O'Grimacy. And that's what's up.
Ryan Castle is up next with the Morning 12 Pack.
The Daily Migs Show.
What is Dax, are you?
Tracking all our cars on Carvana Value Tracker on all our devices? Yes, Kristen, yes, I am.
Well, I've been looking for my phone for...
In Dax's domain, we see all. So we always know what our cars are worth.
All of them?
All of them. Value surge, trucks up 3.9%.
That's a great offer.
I know. Sell?
Sell.
Track your car's value with Carvana Value Tracker today.
Look, we're all human. We pull doors, we blow on ice cream to cool it down, and sometimes we forget to check our blind spots. That's why the 2025 Hyundai Tucson Hybrid offers class-leading advanced safety features. Like an available blind spot view monitor, which shows you a live video feed of your blind spots. Because the Tucson Hybrid is made for humans who are just that, human. Visit HyundaiUSA.com or call 562-314-4603 for details.
Is your team at work feeling a little disconnected? Maybe the workflow's not flowing? Try Confluence by Atlassian. Confluence is the connected workspace where teams can create, organize, and deliver work like never before. In Confluence, teams can whiteboard their vision for any project, easily create or access the relevant pages and resources they need, and discover important context they might not even know they need. Plus, AI helps teams jumpstart brainstorms, organize information, and connect workflows, so teams can move efficiently and create alignment with ease. In fact, with Confluence, teams can see 5.2% average boost in productivity in 1 year. So if your team lacks confidence, try Confluence, the connected workspace where teams can do it all. Set knowledge free with Confluence. Learn more at Atlassian.com/confluence. That's Atlassian.com/CONFLUENCE.
So I actually tried Gemini a couple days ago, the Gemini Live where you can talk to it, and it is really crazy to have a full-on conversation with this thing. I was just messing around, so I asked it to give me ideas for hosting during the holidays. And when it starts giving you results, you can just stop it and say, okay, but what about something low-key for a smaller group? And then it adjusts to that, and you can just keep going until you get an idea you want. I think that's what I would use it for the most, brainstorming stuff. It's so good if you don't know where to start or if you hit a wall, you just go to Gemini. It helps you get the ball rolling. But obviously you can use it for all kinds of stuff. If you want to learn something new, you can have it give you advice, ask it to explain Bitcoin in simple terms, or you can have it quiz you on microbiology. I mean, imagine being a student and you've got this personal tutor on hand. It's hard to explain. You really just have to play around with it, see how it listens to you, responds, adapts to your style of conversation. Just try it out. It's free.
Auto insurance rates are on the rise, which is why you should call Vern Fonk Insurance. Vern Fonk could save you up to 20% on your auto insurance. The pros at Vern Fonk will do all the work, comparing different plans to find you the best options. And they can insure you over the phone. One call to Vern Fonk could save you up to 20%. Call 206-408-5094. 206-408-5094.
Remember to honk when you drive by Vern Fonk.
Restrictions apply based on a Q3 2023 study of Vern Fonk Insurance customers who reported saving when they switched. License number 1070622.